Howdy. Today we're looking at the Hate Incarnon. I'm doing a video because I like this weapon. I already did a video on this weapon, I think. I did a video on this weapon specifically with the Volt rather than just the weapon itself. Well, the reason we're doing another video on it is because the quest for Stalker and Jade. And I think that combined with the skin from the event, more people will be using this weapon. So I think, maybe there'll be some more interest in it, which is why we're here. So the Hate is an okay weapon on its own without the Incarnon, but nothing noteworthy about it. The Incarnon, though, does make it pretty decent. So it is obviously a scythe. Now, the Incarnon makes it so that you get 100% melee damage, 20% sprint speed, and 20% parkour velocity while it's active. And on top of that, you can actually... Oh, wait. Yeah, for whatever reason, they made it so you can now view, like, the Incarnon form damage stats, whatever, on the weapon screen. But this is pretty irrelevant. Other than that, though, it also makes it so it shoots projectiles. Exploding heat damage projectiles. And they can do some pretty decent damage, and I'll show that in a second. Then the second evolution, you can choose Swordsman's Flourish for 30 base damage and 100% combo count chance, or Stalker's Legacy for 30 base damage and 30 initial combo with Dread and Despair. I don't know why you would ever go Stalker's Legacy when Swordsman's Flourish is just way better. Then the third evolution, or I don't know, second, I guess if you don't count the first one, which just makes it what it is, has Resolute Force for 10-second combo duration, Swift Break for 60% heavy attack wind-up speed, or Orc and Reach for 0.8 range. I personally like Resolute Force the most, but Orc and Reach is also a decent option. Then the final evolution, you can choose between Subtle Force for 6 crit chance, 10 status chance, Absolute Valor for 10 crit chance, or Absolute Dominion for 20 status chance. I would definitely go Absolute Dominion over the other two. It's the best. Valor's the worst because it gives 10% crit chance. That's the lowest total. Subtle Force is okay, I guess, if you want a little more crit chance, but it's got plenty crit rate as is. So having higher status, going from 20 to 40% base status, is very nice. Now, we will be using melee influence here because it's just way too freaking good, and, well, more AoE. Viral Electric would sound good on this, but you can get viral from other sources, and more importantly is, even though it doesn't show in the stats, the explosive is heat, right? Just like it says on the Incarnon part. I think it said it's heat, right? 4 neutral combos and bed oh no, it doesn't. Well, it's heat projectiles on the base damage from the explosive projectile. So if you were to put electric viral, it would then be radiation viral on the explosions, which is annoying when you want to proc melee influence all the time. So that's where blast comes in nicely. We get AoE from blast because the blast changes with Jade Shadows. We get AoE from electric, we get AoE from the explosion, and we get AoE from melee influence, which then spreads the electric and blast for more AoE. That's a lot of AoE. So we are going with a blast electric melee influence build here. Amalgam Organ Shatter for crit damage, that's completely unnecessary. Actually, normal Organ Shatter would be better because we have Tennokai here for Discipline's Merit, so we'll put that on instead. Prime Pressure Point for melee damage because the explosive cannot benefit from Condition Overload's bonus melee damage. If you were ignoring the projectile, then yeah, Condition Overload would be better. But we want the projectile to do damage here, so that's why we're using this. Quickening for attack speed and more combo count chance. Prime Fury would be better here, but I don't have it, and I don't like having to get kills for Berserker Fury. Blood Rush for crit chance. Volcanic Strike and Vicious Frost for the blast. Voltaic Strike for the electric, and Weeping Wounds for a ton of status chance. We're almost at 300% status chance once Weeping Wounds builds up. So Naramon, the only thing I'm using here is Opening Slam to make us build up combo faster. Actually, even that I won't even use, just so you can see what it does on its own. So we just have this so that depletes slower. Nothing affecting our damage, no companion, and nothing affecting our damage on a frame. I'm Rhino just so I can show it with Ensnare for grouping in a second. Just gonna take off these weapons as well. So we now spawn in these guys. Come over here. Remember that you have to get a heavy attack in, and Tennokai works after getting 6 combo or higher to be able to get the Incarnon active. So we do that, and now look. They're the projectiles that it can throw and explode everywhere. It only does it on the neutral combo stances and not the forward. Oh no, it does it on okay, it does forward. Yeah, the forward combo does it. The forward block does not. The neutral does it, and the neutral block does it as well. So there's only one combo that does not do it. And I do believe it is capable of getting headshots. So let's keep hitting enemies and build up our combo. Tennokai can always do insane damage when you've got melee influence, and they're all dead. Now, let's be honest here. Most melee weapons, if not every melee weapon, is able to do this, right? Like, melee influence is pretty busted, but not every melee has the projectiles, so that's what we're here for. They don't do huge damage, but they can do some decent damage, especially when you're spreading so much blast and electric. Look at this. Yeah, it's not insane, but we have no viral here, and we have no armor strip here, and we have no grouping here, and we have no buffs here. This is just the weapon itself. And this is only the projectiles, which do significantly less damage than direct hits do. I'd say that's pretty good, all things considered. Here, I want to make sure I don't lose my combo. Come back over here, whack him. And if you're grouping stuff, then it's just, you know, really going to destroy them. Obviously, Viral and Armor Strip also do the same thing to make it kill enemies. But look, the frame rate drop you'll witness here in a second is pretty intense. I don't know if you can tell the whole... It's pretty bad. There's just too much status effects between the electricity and the blast damage. When you group 20 enemies together and you're hitting with them with all the projectiles, it just... There's too much going on. The game can't handle it. And I find that to be pretty funny. And then, of course, you know, if you group them and you just whack them with the melee part, again, you know, melee influence, nothing particularly special about it. They all die immediately. That's a pretty straightforward build, I'd say. Nothing really special about it. This is a short video. Just wanted to show that the projectile can do some good damage, and Blast Electric on it is viable and funny and entertaining. If you like the video, then like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And there will be a link in the description of this video to the Discord. Adios.